Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Hotspot with Loveth and Favor, your ultimate destination for the juiciest gossip, exclusive movie insights, and the latest celebrity updates. Subscribe now. Evangel's life was marked by a persistent lack of fortune. Following her mother's tragic death during childbirth, she found herself thrust into a world devoid of warmth or affection. Her father, consumed by grief and resentment, turned his back on her, leaving her to navigate the harsh realities of life alone. Raised in a household where love was a foreign concept, Evangel endured the icy stares and cutting remarks of her stepmother, who harbored a deep-seated animosity towards her. She became the scapegoat for every misfortune that befell the family, bearing the weight of blame for circumstances beyond her control. Determined to defy the odds stacked against her and carve out a future filled with success and fulfillment, Evangel embarked on a journey of resilience and determination. Despite the hate and hostility that surrounded her, she refused to let it define her, choosing instead to channel her energy into her studies and aspirations for a better life. Growing up in the shadow of her mother's tragic death and the animosity of her father and stepmother, Evangel found herself navigating a world where love and support were in short supply. Denied the opportunity for a quality education by her own family, she attended the most neglected and under-resourced secondary school in the community, her dreams of a brighter future seemingly out of reach. But Evangel refused to be deterred by the limitations imposed upon her. Armed with a fierce intellect and an unyielding determination, she threw herself into her studies with unwavering dedication. Despite the challenges of her environment, she excelled academically, earning top marks and accolades for her academic achievements. It was this relentless pursuit of excellence that caught the attention of a charitable organization offering scholarships to disadvantaged students. Impressed by Evangel's commitment to her studies despite the obstacles in her path, they awarded her a full scholarship to study abroad upon completion of secondary school. For Evangel, the scholarship was nothing short of a lifeline, a beacon of hope in the darkness that had long overshadowed her life. It represented an opportunity to break free from the confines of her past and chart a course towards a future filled with promise and possibility. With determination burning bright within her, Evangel set her sights on her newfound opportunity with unwavering resolve. She poured herself into her studies with renewed vigor, determined to make the most of every opportunity that came her way. As she prepared to leave her hometown behind and embark on her journey abroad, Evangel felt a sense of excitement and trepidation coursing through her veins. She knew that the road ahead would be challenging, filled with obstacles and uncertainties. But she also knew that she possessed the strength and resilience to overcome whatever challenges lay in her path. And so, with a heart full of hope and a mind filled with dreams, Evangel set out to seize her destiny. She embraced the opportunities that came her way with open arms, immersing herself in new experiences and challenges with a sense of determination and purpose. As the years passed, Evangel's hard work and perseverance began to pay off. She thrived in her new environment, excelling academically and seizing every opportunity for personal and professional growth. And with each success she achieved, she proved to herself and the world that she was more than the sum of her past experiences, that she was capable of greatness despite the hate and adversity that had once surrounded her. As she stood on the precipice of her future, Evangel knew that the journey ahead would not be easy. But she also knew that she was stronger and more resilient than she had ever imagined, and that with determination and perseverance, she could achieve anything she sets her mind to do. And so, with her head held high and her heart ablaze with hope, she stepped bodily into the unknown, ready to conquer whatever challenges lay ahead. Upon completing her first degree, Evangel's life took an unexpected turn when she crossed paths with a wealthy white man in his 50s. He appeared kind and caring, offering Evangel a sense of warmth and companionship she had never experienced before. Little did she know this encounter would change the course of her life in ways she could never have imagined. As they spent more time together, Evangel learned that Mr. Powers was battling with a life-threatening illness. You would never know because he was always happy and jovial. Despite his prognosis, he longed for companionship and love in his final months. a desire that tugged at Evangel's heartstrings. And so, when he proposed marriage, she found herself faced with a difficult situation. On one hand, marrying him would grant her the stability and security that she had always longed for, not to mention the opportunity to remain in the US with legal status. On the other hand, she couldn't shake the feeling of guilt that gnawed at her conscience. Was she betraying herself by entering into a marriage based on convenience rather than love? In the end, practicality won out, and Evangel accepted Mr. Power's proposal. They had a civil wedding and Evangel became Mrs. Evangel Powers. For a brief moment, she allowed herself to believe that perhaps, just perhaps, this marriage could bring her the happiness and stability she had always yearned for. But fate had other plans. Just 5 months into the marriage, Mr. Powers passed away unexpectedly. The news came as a shock to Evangel, leaving her reeling with a mixture of grief and disbelief. She had grown fond of her husband during the short time together, and his sudden departure left a void in her heart that she wasn't sure how to fill. It wasn't until the reading of Mr. Power's will that Evangel's world was turned upside down once again. To her astonishment, he had left all his wealth to her, a gesture of gratitude for the love and companionship she had shown him in his final months. It was a staggering revelation, one that left Evangel grappling with conflicting emotions. On one hand, she felt a sense of sorrow for her husband's passing. Despite the circumstances of their marriage, she had grown to care for him deeply, and his loss weighed heavily on her heart. But intertwined with her grief was a flicker of something else. Joy, perhaps, at the newfound wealth and power she now wielded. It was a strange and unsettling feeling, a juxtaposition of sorrow and joy. Evangel found herself torn between mourning the loss of her husband and embracing the opportunities that lay before her. Was it wrong to feel relieved at the prospect of financial security? Was she betraying Mr. Power's memory by allowing herself to feel anything other than grief? As she grappled with these conflicting emotions, Evangel couldn't help but wonder what her husband would have wanted for her. Would he have wanted her to wallow in sorrow, or would he have wanted her to embrace the opportunities that lay before her? It was a question she couldn't answer, a puzzle with no easy solution. And so, as she navigated the turbulent waters of grief and uncertainty, Evangel found solace in the knowledge that she had been given a second chance at life, a chance to build a future with promise and possibility. And as she forged ahead into the unknown, she vowed to honor her husband's memory by living her life to the fullest, embracing the opportunities that lay before her with courage and conviction. Life took a dramatic turn for Evangel following the passing of her husband, Mr. Powers. Armed with the immense wealth he had bequeathed to her, she embarked on a journey of empowerment and philanthropy, one that would leave a lasting impact on generations to come. Embracing the name Evangel Powers as her own, she stepped into her newfound role as a woman of influence and affluence. Determined to honor her husband's memory and make a difference in the world, she wasted no time in putting her plans into action. With a keen eye for business and a heart filled with compassion, Evangel set out to expand the business that Mr. Powers had left behind. Drawing upon her knowledge and expertise, she breathed new life into each venture, transforming them into thriving enterprises that would secure her financial legacy for generations to come. But Evangel's ambitions extended far beyond the boardroom. Driven by a desire to give back to her community and uplift those in need, she turned her attention to philanthropy. Recognizing the power of education to break the cycle of poverty, she made it her mission to provide quality education to children from less privileged backgrounds. Returning to Nigeria, her country, Evangel embarked on a bold new venture, the establishment of high-quality schools for underprivileged children. Drawing upon her own experiences of growing up without access to quality education, she poured her heart and soul into the project, determined to create a learning environment where every child could thrive and succeed. The school, aptly named the Powers Academy, quickly became a beacon of hope for the community. Equipped with state-of-the-art facilities and staffed by dedicated educators, it offered children from all walks of life the opportunity to receive a world-class education free of charge. But Evangel's philanthropic efforts did not stop there. Recognizing the importance of holistic development, she implemented programs aimed at providing students with access to healthcare, nutritious meals, and extracurricular activities. She believed that every child deserved the chance to reach their full potential, regardless of their socio-economic background. As the Powers Academy flourished, so too did Evangel's reputation as a philanthropist and changemaker. Her dedication to improving the lives of others earned her the admiration and respect of her community, and her influence continued to grow with each passing day. For Evangel, the true measure of success lay not in the accumulation of wealth or accolades, but in the positive impact she was able to make on the lives of others. As she watched the children of Powers Academy grow and thrive under her care, she knew that her husband's legacy was being honored in the most meaningful way possible. And so, armed with a vision of empowerment and social change, Evangel continued to forge ahead, her heart filled with hope and determination. With each new project and initiative, she reaffirmed her commitment to making the world a better place, one life, one community at a time. And as she looked towards the future, she knew that her journey was only just beginning. As Evangel delved deeper into her philanthropic endeavors and expanded her business empire in Nigeria, her impact reverberated throughout the country, transforming lives and communities in ways she could never have imagined. With a keen eye for business and a heart dedicated to social change, Evangel's impact in Nigeria soared to new heights. From real estate to manufacturing, from technology to agriculture, she diversified her investments across various sectors, capitalizing on emerging opportunities and driving economic growth in the process. As the Powers Group of companies flourished, so too did the employment opportunities it offered the country's youth. Many young graduates, as well as those with vocational skills, eagerly sought employment within Evangel's multinational organization. Drawn by the promise of competitive salaries, professional development, and a supportive work environment, the Powers Group became known not only for its financial success, but also for its commitment to empowering the next generation of Nigerian leaders. But Evangel's impact extended far beyond the realm of business. Through the Powers Academy, she provided free, high-quality education to children from less privileged backgrounds, ensuring that they had access to the same opportunities that she had been denied growing up. The Academy became a beacon of hope for countless families, offering a path out of poverty and towards a brighter future. For Evangel's father and stepmother, who had once turned their backs on her in her time of need, her transformation from neglected daughter to philanthropic powerhouse came as a shock. Struggling with financial crises and regret, they could not help but wonder what might have been if they had treated Evangel with love and respect that she deserved. Their regrets deepened as they witnessed the success of the Powers Group and the impact of the Powers Academy on their community. They realized that, had they embraced Evangel and supported her ambitions, they too could have shared in her wealth and prosperity. Instead, they found themselves on the sidelines, grappling with the consequences of their past actions. But, despite their regrets, Evangel's father and stepmother found solace in the knowledge that their own children were benefiting from the opportunities created by Evangel. Thanks to the free quality education provided by the Powers Academy, their children were receiving the same opportunities that they had denied Evangel when they were financially buoyant. It was a bittersweet realization for Evangel's father and stepmother, a reminder of the power of redemption and the importance of treating others with kindness and compassion. Though they could never undo the past, however, they took comfort in knowing that their children's future were brighter because of Evangel's generosity and foresight. As Evangel's influence continued to grow, her impact on Nigeria's social and economic landscape became undeniable. Through her philanthropy and entrepreneurship, she had not only transformed her own life, but had also lifted up countless others along the way. And as she looked towards the future, she remained committed to her mission of creating positive change and building a better world for generations to come. As Evangel's life flourished with success and philanthropy, she found herself content in many aspects, yet there remained an undeniable longing for companionship and the possibility of motherhood. Despite her reservations about remarrying, Evangel couldn't shake the desire to have a child of her own, a longing that tugged at the heartstrings with increasing intensity. It was during one of her conversations with her close friend Angela, a married woman with children of her own, that Evangel confided her innermost thoughts and desires. She shared with Angela her reluctance to marry, fearing the potential challenges of navigating a relationship as a wealthy and independent woman. Instead, Evangel expressed her intention to explore alternative options for starting a family through the use of sperm donor and a surrogate mother. Angela listened attentively to Evangel's words, her heart filled with empathy and understanding. She knew her friend's struggles and respected her decisions. But she couldn't help but feel a glimmer of concern. Angela believed that love had the power to transform lives and that she couldn't bear to see Evangel deny herself the opportunity or possibility of finding happiness in a romantic partnership. Determined to help her friend see the potential for love in her life, Angela took matters into her own hands. She introduced Evangel to Maurice, a young and successful man who shared her passion for philanthropy and social change. Maurice was charming, intelligent, and deeply respectful of Evangel's independence and accomplishments. He seemed to embody everything Angela believed Evangel deserved in a partner. Evangel was hesitant to entertain the idea of a romantic relationship with Maurice. She had grown accustomed to the freedom and autonomy of single life, and the thought of surrendering that independence to a romantic partner filled her with apprehension. However, they began a friendship, and as their friendship deepened, they found themselves drawn to each other in ways they hadn't anticipated. Their shared interests, values, and passion for making a difference in the world formed the foundation of a strong and meaningful connection. Despite Evangel's initial reservations about romantic entanglements, she could not deny the genuine affection and admiration she felt for Maurice. His unwavering support and genuine kindness had a way of melting her defenses, and she found herself enjoying his company more and more with each passing day. For Maurice, Evangel was like a beacon of light in his life. Her strength, intelligence, and unwavering commitment to her principles captivated him, and he found himself falling deeper and deeper under her spell. He admired her independence and respected her boundaries, but he could not shake the feeling that there was something more between them, something worth exploring. And so, when Maurice finally gathered the courage to ask Evangel to be his partner, he was met with a surprising response. Evangel, while appreciative of Maurice's affection and friendship, gently turned him down, explaining that she cherished her independence as a single and affluent woman. Maurice was caught off guard by Evangel's rejection, his heart heavy with disappointment and confusion. He had allowed himself to believe that there was potential for something more between them, only to have his hopes dashed in an instant. But he respected Evangel's decision and resolved to continue supporting her as a friend, even if it meant suppressing his own feelings. However, just when Maurice thought he had come to terms with Evangel's decision, she surprised him once again. She approached him with a proposal that left him speechless and stunned. Evangel, with her confidence and determination, offered Maurice the opportunity to be the sperm donor for her intended child. She explained that while she wasn't ready to commit to a romantic relationship, she still desired to become a mother and raise a child of her own. And she saw in Maurice the qualities she hoped to pass on to her future offspring: intelligence, kindness, and a passion for making a difference in the world. But what truly caught Maurice off guard was Evangel's offer of compensation. She was willing to pay him millions to donate his sperm and relinquish any claims to the child after its birth. It was an offer that left Maurice reeling with conflicting emotions. On one hand, the prospect of being a biological father filled him with a sense of pride and responsibility. But, on the other hand, the idea of walking away from his own flesh and blood left him feeling hollow and uncertain. As Maurice grappled with Evangel's proposal, he couldn't help but wonder what it would mean for their friendship and their future. If he agrees, would he be able to separate his emotions from his biological connection to the child? Could he truly walk away without ever knowing the joy of fatherhood? For Evangel, the decision was clear. She was determined to become a mother on her own terms, regardless of societal expectations or traditional norms. And if Maurice could help her realize that dream, then she saw no reason why they couldn't continue their friendship on equal footing, with mutual respect and understanding guiding their relationship forward. "Why do you prefer using a surrogate instead of carrying the child yourself?" Maurice asked. "My mother died when giving birth to me, and I do not want to risk facing the same fate," Evangel explained. "So sorry about your loss," Maurice exclaimed, and went on to reveal, saying, "I am willing to donate my sperm under one condition. I don't want financial compensation. I want to actively participate in our child's life. If marriage isn't an option, let's co-parent. We have a wonderful friendship and we can provide our children with love and care together. Maurice proposed. Maurice's proposal to be present in his child's life as more than just a sperm donor caught Evangel off guard as well. After a deep thought at that moment, "I'll consider it," Evangel responded. But as Evangel reflected on Maurice's request, she could not help but feel a sense of admiration for his selfless and unwavering commitment to their future child. His desire to be present in their child's life, to offer love and support as a father figure, touched her heart in ways she hadn't anticipated. For Evangel, considering a toll to agree to Maurice's terms stemmed from a deep-seated desire to ensure that her child experienced the love and stability of having a father in their life, something she herself had been deprived of growing up. And she believed Maurice possessed the qualities of a nurturing father figure. She believed that he would provide their child with the love and support they needed to thrive. And so, after days of careful consideration, Evangel found herself on a date with Maurice, ready to discuss the terms of their agreement. Over dinner, they talked candidly about their hopes and fears, their dreams for the future, and the role they each envisioned playing in their child's life. Maurice reiterated his desire to be present in their child's life as a co-parent, emphasizing that he didn't need Evangel's money or financial support, only the opportunity to be a father to their child. His sincerity and genuine affection touched Evangel's heart, and she knew in that moment that she had made the right decision. With a sense of resolve and determination, Evangel agreed to Maurice's terms. Together, they embarked on the journey of conceiving their child through a surrogate agency, selecting a surrogate mother who would carry their baby to term. It was a momentous occasion filled with hope and anticipation for the new life they were bringing into the world. As they waited the arrival of their child, Maurice made a promise to Evangel that he would wait for her, ready to accept her as his wife when she was ready. His unwavering faith and patience touched Evangel deeply, reaffirming the bond of trust and friendship that had blossomed between them. "I admire your faith," Evangel replied. As the days turned into weeks and weeks turned into months, Maurice and Evangel eagerly awaited the arrival of their child, anticipating the joy and fulfillment that parenthood would bring. And when the day finally arrived and the surrogate birthed twins, a boy and a girl, their hearts overflowed with happiness and love. Maurice and Evangel embraced their new roles as parents with open arms, showering their children with love, affection, and care. They marveled at every milestone, from their first smiles to their first steps, cherishing each precious moment as a family. As their children grew and flourished, Maurice found himself falling even deeper in love with Evangel and their little family. He admired her strength, her resilience, and her unwavering commitment to their children, and he knew in his heart that he wanted to spend the rest of his life by her side. And so, when the children turned a year old, Maurice seized the opportunity to propose to Evangel once more, determined to make her his wife and build a future together as a family. He poured his heart out to her, expressing his love and devotion, and pledging to cherish and support her every step of the way. To Maurice's delight, Evangel accepted his proposal, but with one condition: she would not change her name, and she would remain Evangel Powers even after they were married. Maurice readily agreed, understanding and respecting her desire to retain her identity and independence. For Maurice, the most important thing was not the name they shared, but the love and commitment they had for each other and their children. He knew that as long as they were together, their family would thrive regardless of what name they went by. And so, with their children as witnesses, Maurice and Evangel exchanged vows in a beautiful ceremony surrounded by friends and family. It was a celebration of love, unity, and the promise of a lifetime together. As husband and wife, Maurice and Evangel embarked on a new chapter of their lives, filled with laughter, joy, and endless love. They agreed that their marriage would be about fun and love, not only for themselves, but also for their children, who would always be their top priority. With 2 children, a boy and a girl, Maurice and Evangel felt that their family was complete. They cherished every moment together, creating memories that would last a lifetime and building a foundation of love and support that would carry them through any challenge life threw their way. And as they looked towards the future, hand Hand in hand, Maurice and Evangel knew that their love was a bond that could withstand anything, a love that would continue to grow and flourish with each passing day, filling their hearts with happiness and fulfillment for years to come. Hope you enjoyed the story, guys. If you did, I would love to know in the comment section. Thank you all for clicking on this video to watch. I appreciate every one of you, both my new viewers and my returning viewers. Please, if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, kindly click on the subscribe button to become part of this YouTube family, and also click on the notification bell to get notified whenever we post new videos, because on this channel, it is all about all-round entertainment. And your support means the world to us. So please like and share our videos, and do not hesitate to leave your thoughts and feedback in the comment section. Together, let us continue to grow and foster a vibrant community around our shared passion for film and entertainment. Thank you all for your continued support. See you all in the next episode.